South American World Cup qualifying action continued earlier on this Tuesday with Uruguay playing away to Bolivia in La Paz. We have highlights.
So, we're underway. He's already warned Muslera. Oh, and presented by Quinteros. Oh, and Hernandez does not accept the gift. Villarroel. Arce's ball in was... Oh, extraordinary! What a mess from Muslera! But in all his years, his stellar career, Fernando Muslera has not had too many indiscretions like that. Oh, Martins! Proved to be really costly. Found the space, found the header. Bolivia find their way to a 2-goal lead. Martins, that could be useful. Algaranian, he'll get there. Was he wrestled to the ground? Yes is the answer. It is a penalty, and the card is yellow for the substitute Gonzalez. A long wait for Marcelo Martins. Oh, and it may well have affected him. But there are going to be these opportunities. SAWCQ. Oh, and Arce has put it away, and he's put Uruguay away. Another great ball in by SAWCQ. Fantastic header from Arce, who managed to find that space. And there is no way back at all. Useful looking cross, and Jimenez got there ahead of Marcelo Martins. Thumbs up. Well, strange things happen in the rarefied air of La Paz. But the high altitude in the South American qualifying group looks a long way away for Uruguay.
And that's how it ended. What do you make of, well, talk about Bolivia first. 3 goals at home. Clean sheet.
Yeah, well, the high altitude, as a commentator just mentioned, works favourably for Bolivia on many occasions. But what a mercurial team this is, George. In the September window, going into early October, they were winless from 4 matches in these World Cup qualifiers, including 3 defeats. By the way, they 2 weeks ago had a narrow 1-0 friendly international win over the ordinary El Salvador team that drew with Jamaica on Friday night. And then they were thumped 3-0 by Peru in their last match, rebounding here with a 3-0 victory. I don't think many expected Uruguay to fade in the way they did today.
Yeah, well, let's start with this first goal from this goalkeeper. What happened here? We're going to see the replay. Sure, it was a cross that somehow Fernando Muslera, I don't know if his brain froze or he was temporarily blinded or he heard voices that he was concentrating on and not concentrating on the ball.
Rarefied air, George.
But you know, this is all right. So we're seeing a lot of the celebration. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
So Martins is the target. Too long for him. And is it that Martins' attempted flick put the goalkeeper off? Let me see from this angle. He reaches out. Oh my goodness! Whatever the excuse is, not good enough.
Yeah, he just appeared to react far too slowly to that. You know, one of the main attributes of goalkeepers would be quick reflexes. Reacting sharply, and he didn't do that just
Makes
now.
a mockery. Listen, every time in sport, and this is the point I wanted to get to. People talk about players with experience. Fernando Muslera first played for Uruguay in 2009. That was what, 12 years ago. He has 131 caps. All the experience in the world, and he does that. Now, how do you, as teammates in the dressing room after the game, what do you say to a man who has seen it all, done it all, starred for you at a World Cup, been outstanding in Copa Americas and World Cup qualifiers? Who does that? What do you say to him? You say nothing. You leave him alone. What can you say?
You're right, George. And part of his problem, technically for me just now, he appeared to me to have been a little bit too upright. He wasn't on the balls of his feet.
To spring into action.
To spring into action. Right. He just seemed a little bit upright and was unable to react to the deflected ball into his goal, toward him.
No, mind you, La Paz, as you mentioned, and the commentator mentioned, the rarefied air, everything.
Yeah.
This was where Diego Maradona's Argentina, in qualifying for 2014, they were beaten 5-0. Don't forget that. Where by halftime, everybody in an Argentine shirt looked as if they were going to drop down dead.
That's Coach Maradona, just for the viewers who may have gotten the years mixed up.
But when I said 2014,
I know.
So good thing to insert, right?
Yes.
So it's not. It's one of the most. It's the second most difficult venue to play, apart from Quito in Ecuador, yeah? So La Paz is a graveyard for opposing teams, but Uruguay showed no fight. Look, their veteran manager, Oscar Washington Tabar, is a man that we've covered extensively in Copa Americas and in other tournaments.
Yes.
He is, it's sad, Lance. You know I don't like to show emotion for sportsmen and athletes, but it's sad that this veteran, hobbled by Guillain-Barré syndrome, a degenerative disease where he can't walk unassisted, sitting on the sidelines. Many in Uruguay believe that he is well past his best, but many believe that he has done so much for the team, he should continue and be allowed to go out on his own terms. That said, the eulogy for Uruguay shouldn't be written just yet. They are 7th in qualifying, but they are 1 point off the playoff spot from South America. 1 point.
By Peru.
Yeah. So it's not all bad, but they look horrible. But I would suggest that given La Paz, given they were without the big guns, Cavani and Luis Suarez for this game, that's Oscar Washington Tabares. I think there is still life in the old dog yet. I think Uruguay may just still put it together well enough to reach Qatar in 2022. What say you?
Yeah, I think so, because as you just mentioned, George, very, very tight, just 1 point separating 4th from 7th at the moment. Even 8th place, the Bolivia, are within 2 points of 4th place. So it is very, very tight, and several more matches remaining in these CONMEBOL playoffs. So anything could happen, but they need results.
Mr. Producer, we're getting to the fixtures to come, but just one last thing.
Yeah.
Did you see what happened that led to the second goal? The goalkeeper passed the ball to his centre-half, Diego Godin, who passed the ball to his defensive colleague, who played it behind for a corner. From that corner, they conceded the second goal. That's not a team that is focused and keyed in to the task at hand, Lance.
Yeah.
That's a team struggling at high altitude.
Yeah. High altitude is difficult for, the unfamiliar structure dealing with that. Brazil-Argentina coming up, George, 6:30 on SportsMax 2. By that time, the Jamaica match would have...
This is the play. So Godin back to the goalkeeper. Yeah. Goalkeeper here, and look at what he does.
Who was he giving that ball to?
To the colleague, his colleague, he was trying to play Vecino into his left. So that's the corner kick routine. No, that's a passing routine, playing out from the back, that led to the corner. That caused the second goal on the stroke of half time. So you're 1-0 down, all right, you're going into a rally to regroup and come back 1-0 down at the start of the second half to push for an equalizer and go on.
George, as someone that has played a lot of football in my time, that's the kind of goal or kind of poor play that demoralizes you.
Yeah.
You lose it.
Yeah.
It's hard to come back.
Yeah.
Mentally from those moments. That just was not top class football.
You spoke of Argentina, Brazil coming up. That's on SportsMax 2 at 6:30 Jamaica time, 7:30 outside. We have Colombia, Paraguay coming up at 6 o'clock, and Chile, Ecuador coming up 7:15. 8:15 if you're outside Jamaica. That's not the kind of play that Tennis in Glasgow, our big friend from St. Lucia, who turned 50 years old on Saturday.
Oh, yes,
he's a November man.
I did see a post for real, yeah.
Yeah, so happy birthday, Tennis in Glasgow, former St. Lucia international.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
He played. I think he played the defence.
Yes, he played in defence. And his Arsenal, I told him that his Arsenal are playing on Saturday against Liverpool in the Premier League, and I wish him all the best. And just before I go, Mr. Producer, when we were leaving the football factory on Saturday after our mauling, I saw a young man, and I was walking towards him, and he said to me, Arsenal, big side. So I said, yeah man, Arsenal, big side. He said, no, Arsenal, the biggest side in the Premier League. And I said, all right. He said, you hear that? Arsenal, biggest side in the Premier League. So the Arsenal fans are getting confidence and being forthright and forceful once again. I hear that the Reggae Boys are down 1-0, Lance. I can't believe it. Let me check this thing.
Yeah.
Let me check this thing.
So
Don't leave us, Mr. Producer.
The USA has scored in the first 15 minutes of the match.
Timothy Weah, George Weah's son, has struck.
Yeah.
This is not good. Javon Watson has a yellow card. He got it in the 8th minute, and the 11th minute, Weah has scored. So Jamaica 1-0 down after 12 minutes of this World Cup qualifier.